Those are the remnants of the super typhoon. Right here, this storm roaring into southwestern British Columbia with a lot of wind. We've got 30-foot waves offshore from Washington and Oregon. So kind of an October, November type system there. But you can get the remnants of these typhoons into the U.S. or North America here in late September. So this one comes in and then moves up towards southern Canada, brings shower storms to the western U.S. and a lot colder weather. This would be the remnants of another typhoon. This is the one right here, deepening rapidly over Alaska, that will dislodge cold our way. The one coming in right now is kind of forcing the ridge north and bringing the heat. This one will dislodge the cold. So you can get two modes of weather depending on where these things track. So there's the one right now, and then we'll be watching the other one up here that'll bring the first freeze of the season in mid-October. But now to Monday morning, you know, we got the Canadian high coming into the northeast. Believe it or not, we're going to have a lot of freezing weather up here. We've already got freeze watches up over parts of the northeast U.S. Some of that cold air is trying to bleed into our area, but the ridge is so strong, kind of a battle here. So a lot of the colder weather stays down here, and some of the cooler weather will try to get pulled up from the southeast, actually, around our Canadian high later on in the week. So some cooler nights are ahead especially. But Imelda goes away. We'll get pulled out to sea. Meanwhile, we have the heat here. There's the colder weather in the northeast and the southeast. Here's the typhoon remnants out here with the colder weather. So in the middle, we've got the ridge. So kind of an omega block here, trough, and a ridge with the heat that is in the middle. We call that an omega block, and it's kind of locked in. Umberto is here, has weakened. We'll pull out to sea. Imelda's a Category 1 hurricane, will get pulled out to sea, but we still have the clouds and rain over parts of the southeast, from D.C. all the way down to Florida. And there's some pretty high surf, a lot of rip currents here as well. So eventually the hot upper ridge will break down with this heat, and colder air will begin to come in. So there's your colder air that will just barely miss us here over the next few days. The cold air with the remnants of the typhoon in the west. There's your warmth. With time, this will go away, and it's going to turn sharply colder. And in that transition, this storm system comes in, and it may produce some severe weather out here in parts of the plains. We get kind of the leftovers, a few weakening showers and storms, and yep, that's snow falling in the Rockies. A sign of change ahead as the colder air comes in mid-October. 2 rounds of frost and freezing in this forecast before we warm back up very end of October and to start November with some, pardon me, soaking rain beginning to come into our area.